This is your brother Shem Yahweh, Ben Yahweh, the priest, the prophet, and the judge of Israel. Samuel judged Israel all the days of his life, and that's what I'm here doing here in these last days. So praise Yahweh. Yes, brothers and sisters, I don't want to waste no time getting right back into this subject. We're going to be picking right back up where we left off at yesterday, brothers and sisters, with this message, with this explosive message. And the title of this message is, once again, Judah's History Month, which is a revised from Black History Month. We are discovering that Judah is the so-called blacks of America, who they refer to as blacks here in America. We just so-called happen to find out and come to the revelation that that's talking about us. Imagine that, all this while, brothers and sisters, sitting right here in this Bible, the Holy Bible, they refer to it as the King James Holy Bible, preferable. But when you begin to study and trace these definitions and words back, you see where the study led us. Without a shadow of a doubt, there's no way in the world that we missed. We shot the arrow and it hit the bullseye. All we did was read and translated and comprehended the definitions. And it pointed us and led us and traced it right back to the Bible, which is Judah, who is black unto the ground, where we left off at yesterday in Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. So we left off on Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2, which was read, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cries of Jerusalem are going up. That's what we discussed yesterday. Ain't that amazing? That one verse took us a whole hour and 40 minutes just to get through. And we could have kept going. Trust me, there's so much more left to discover concerning Judah. So today, we're going to see what we can get accomplished today, brothers and sisters. Yes, we got some very, very interesting PowerPoints here. So, with that being said, so we found out, we laid a foundation, and we found out that Judah is a tribe. We laid the foundation that Judah is a people that has been mourning. They are in a state of mourning. We found out that their gates are languishing. Their protection, everything about them is languishing. Right? And we look those definitions up. And then we come to find out that Judah is black unto the ground, like unto the ground, compared to the ground, which is different forms of shades of brown. Black and brown and dark brown, light brown, tan, and so forth and so on when you start digging down in the dirt. So he compared and likened Judah, these people, their characteristics, their texture, their pigmentation, to the ground, brothers and sisters. So We finna move forward. How y'all feeling out there today? Praise Yahweh. Praise Yahweh. Once again, I want to give a shout out to the nation of Yahweh. Praise Yahweh. All the genuine brothers and sisters who are sincerely continuing in the faith and the worshiping of the Son and the Father. YAHWEH, YAHWEH, Bet No Sophie, YAHWEH. Praise Yahweh. And I also want to send a shout out there to the rest of my other brothers out there that's getting the work done and building, continuing to build, working in the quarry, in the highways and byways, in the hedges, standing in the gap out there. All praises. Okay, so the next verse, once again, brothers and sisters, you're going to need your dictionaries. You're going to need some paper. You're going to need some pencils. You're going to need your synonym finder. You're going to need your Bible dictionary. I don't want to have to go through this. You need your tools. When you sitting up in this class, you gonna need your tools. Hallelujah. And if you don't like reading, studying, and turning pages, this is not the message for you. So now that we laid that foundation about Judah, we know that Judah black. We know Judah is characterized as black, and we found out the characteristics of black, and we found out that Judah was also a Negro, considered and classified as a Negro. And we looked at the definition of Negro, and it took us back to a people, especially and specifically a people of dark skin, of African American descent. That's what they so-called us as, because they still want to play this identity crisis. But this month proves to us and shows us that this ain't no Black History Month. This is Judah's History Month. Since y'all want to do it like that, we'll do it like this. You want to do it like that? We're going to do it like this. Praise Yahweh. This is Judah's History Month. You're going to learn something this month. You're going to learn that you ain't black. You're going to learn that you wasn't no Negro. You were characterized as a Negro. You were made black. That's the definition gave us in the unabridged dictionary. So the next definition we're going to go to is Genesis. Now that that foundation is laid, notice how we start out at Genesis. Why? Because Genesis is the first book of the Bible, Bereshit in Hebrew. So, brothers and sisters, Genesis represents the genealogies of things, the origins of things, and the beginning of things. So this is what we starting off, because he said, I have declared their end from the beginning. So our God is so sharp that he put this in a prophetic form, in a futuristic form, so when we wake up, we'll be able to read and understand and interpret and realize that this is talking about us. That's right. Genesis chapter 49, verse 8. Genesis chapter 49, verse 8. Remember, we're going to take our time. We just ride. Everybody be so much in a rush, reading straight through the commas and periods and ain't answering no question marks out of the verse or none of that. Don't understand the context of the chapter or the verse. Read. Well, first of all, Genesis 49, this is dealing with a prophecy concerning Jacob's sons. Who is Jacob? Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. So he go to addressing the 12 sons, because each tribe, there was a father, there was like Judah, he was a man. And he had a tribe of descendants. That's where we come from, his loins, from his sacks, if you know what I mean. So this man, Judah, is receiving a blessing or receiving a prophecy or instructions from his father, who is Jacob. And we're going to be starting off from Genesis 49, verse 8, because we want to stay specific about this. If you want to go back and read, you could go back and read Genesis 49 all the way down to verse 8. But I'm starting from verse 8, and all that explains is 1 through 7 is the son, Reuben. Then from Reuben, he goes to Simeon and Levi, and he started going from all the way down to where he get to Judah. And this is what he said concerning Judah, because this is the subject and the topic. It said, Judah, verse 8, Judah, you are he whom your brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Your father's children shall bow down before you. Verse 9, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art stooped down. He couched down. He couched down as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up? Stop right there for 1 second, brothers and sisters. Did y'all hear that? Remember, this is a prophecy concerning Judah from the beginning. Matter of fact, let us read verse 1, Genesis 49, verse 1, so you can get an idea of what's going on here. It said, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. See? Verse 2, gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and listen unto Israel your father. So here it is, brothers and sisters, like I said. He's sitting down, he called them all together and said, let me tell you what shall befall you. Let me tell you what's going to happen to you in the last days. So gather yourselves together. And that's one of the hardest parts of this walk, this journey, is to gather the people together so they can sit down and hear this message, this prophecy of what was prophesied about us. And that's why I come to you this month, because I know y'all trapped up into this month. Y'all get all sentimental about Black History Month, but you don't really know your true history. You know something ain't right, but you still missing a part of your true history, and that is to know and have the knowledge of you are Judah, that the Bible is speaking of. The black tribe, the so-called black tribe, the so-called African American, the so-called Negro. You are Judah. And this is why they called you all these different classifications to identify you, because they did not want you to identify yourself as of the tribe of Judah. Praise Yahweh. And this is what this whole thing that we reading right here in Genesis 49, this is what this prophecy is concerning, as you can see. That's why he says, Judah, you are the one whom your brethren shall praise. And that's what Judah means, to praise. So he's saying, Judah, your brethren, the nations of the earth, you are the one they gonna praise. You are the one they gonna bow down to. You are the one everybody gonna look up to. He says, thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. And once again, brothers and sisters, you're gonna find out today that Judah, the so-called black man of America, you finding out why you had enemies. You're going to find out who your enemies is here today. This is why he said, I'm going to sit you down and let you know what was going to befall you in the last days. Because see, y'all don't understand why we been put in these circumstances through this systematic racism. Y'all don't understand that this is why you in the state of mourning, why our gates have been languishing. Because right here in the beginning, it said, your hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. And the translation said, in control over your enemies. See, right now, your enemies have been having control over you. Well, being that this is Black History Month, let's talk about a little bit of Black history. Prior to coming here to the Americas, what type of encounter have we had? Was it a friendly encounter? Or was it a very hostile encounter of an enemy? Well, shoot, I don't call being shot down with water hoses being friendly. I don't call being eaten up by German shepherds being friendly. I don't call being hung from trees being friendly. I don't call crosses being burned in your house and your house set on fire and your whole family got to run out being friendly. I don't call marching up and down the street fighting for equality being friendly. So, in other words, you figure it out, Judah. You see who your enemies has been this whole while? You see why you is the last higher than the first fire. Now you see why you can't get a loan when you go to the bank. Because they know that the prophecy says, you art he whom thy brethren shall praise, thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies, mean you shall have control over your enemies. See, they know that. See, right now, your hand is not on the neck of your enemies, meaning you don't have control right now. You're not in a position of control, but after the day and after this message, you will want to take control and begin to have control over who they say and call our enemies here today, brothers and sisters. And this ain't no new thing. This has been an ongoing battle, brothers and sisters, since the beginning of time. Since they have discovered Genesis 49, verse 8 through 10. That Judah's gonna have some enemies, and whoever the enemies of Judah is, he gonna be ruling over them. He is a great lion. That's right. Yes, Judah is a great lion. So, with that being said, brothers and sisters, who shall rouse him up? The book say, who shall rouse him up? Now, we're going to have to go do a little bit of study on this word, rouse. We finna plunder right here for a minute. Because the book say, who shall rise him up? Rouse. You know what it means to be roused up, brothers and sisters? Now, you know we got to go get this definition because it was a question. Because Judah laying down, they stooped down, they couched down. But who gonna rouse them up? With a question mark. Now, you know you can't leave no questions unanswered when you're reading this Bible. You better try to answer the question. This is something that need to be figured out. Because the book said, here it is a people, a great ancient people, a old people. This old tribe that's sitting down, laying down, stooped down, has been low down, degraded down, in a state of mourning, who gonna rouse these people up? See, this is in Genesis. We was way over there reading in Jeremiah. But the issue and the problem with Judah, it started over here in Genesis. That's why I had to lay the foundation of what color Judah was first, and the characteristics and the state and the condition of what Judah is. So now you get to see that condition, and then you get to see who it is, what color of people and what ethnic group of people is talking about, who is Judah. So once you come to that conclusion and understand that foundation, now I could take you to the beginning, to the origins of things, and show you Judah from the beginning, where this problem occurred at, and why this is a futuristic prophecy. That he was telling the truth, that we was going to go into captivity, that we was going to have enemies, and it can be traced right back to the Bible. But your preacher don't got time to do this for you, because he got to pass that plate. 3 services. So yesterday we was going in an hour and 45 minutes. That's longer than 2 or 3 services at the church, because y'all only stay there for about 30, 45 minutes to an hour, a sermon. And half of that, y'all hugging and praising and playing music and doing that stuff. And then the preacher speak for about 10 or 15 minutes. You pass the collection plate for another 20 minutes. And you hug each other after that, and then you go on and eat your chitlins and go finish doing what you was doing. Trying to bust hell wide open. And that's part of your black history, brothers and sisters, these black churches that they gave you. That's right, I said it. They the one allowed you to have these black churches with the 501c3s. So when we go look up this word, rouse, because that's the question. Who shall rouse him up? What you mean rouse him up? He got to be roused up. Yes, he got to be roused up. And the definition of rouse is to bring out of a state of sleep. Who gonna bring Judah out of this state of sleep, huh? These so-called ancient people, this old tribe. Who gonna bring these people out of sleep? Remember, they laying down, they couch down. They so couch down that the definition said they sleep now. They in a state of sleep. They ain't really sleep for real, but they like in a state of sleep. They walking wide awake. They walking wide awake. But they are in a state of sleep, brothers and sisters. So it says unconsciousness. Who gonna wake them up out of this state of unconsciousness? What you mean? They unconscious of the fact that they Judah. That's why they gave you Black History Months. Because they knew we was gonna be coming with a Judah's month to counterattack this black thing they got going on. So when I get done with this black thing, y'all ain't gonna wanna be black no more. You ready to lay down that black lie by now. You should be ready. You don't have a status. You ain't recognized. Black is considered something that's dead. Negro. Something that's considered to be dead. Huh? But who will rouse you up? The book say, who gonna raise you up out of this state of sleep? or unconsciousness or inactivity. We supposed to be ruling. We supposed to be the rulers, but we inactive. We're not active rulers. We're inactive right now, and we're being ruled over. And we're going to cover all of that. We're going to show you how you're being ruled over, what happened, how you got put in the position to be ruled over, and what you did. Because you did something. See, you did something throughout the bloodline, somewhere, and you just can't figure it out. You thought it was your great-great-grandma. It ain't. We got to keep going back. Because remember, Judah is an old, ancient people, an ancient tribe. So I say, like I say, who gonna rouse them up? I just lost my page, but hold up 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, this thing gets so heavy. So you in a state of inactivity. Who gonna to stir up? To rouse means to stir up. You got to be stirred up. Just like a gallon of Kool-Aid, when you put all that sugar in it and it sit in the refrigerator for a little while. And you take you a little sip and it's not sweet because all the sugar dissolved to the bottom. That's what happened to us. We dissolve as a people down to the bottom of civilization. And that's why somebody have to come stir you up. To rouse is to stir up, to excite. I hope this information and this knowledge excites you. That's where Yahweh Ben Yahweh came. When he came with this information, it excited us. It's exciting to know that you was chosen to be the ruler. It's exciting to know that your hand one day will be in the neck of thy enemies, and not their neck and foot on, not their hands and feet on your neck all the time. See? Like they did Floyd. They put their knee on his neck. Why? Because they know over here in Genesis that our hands going to be on the neck of our enemies. So that was just like an insult and a derogatory action upon their part to show you that, okay, we know your hand going to be on our neck, so let me get the privileges of putting my knee down on your neck today. Y'all better wake up, my people. See, this is your black history. But you better than being black. You were chosen to be more than being just black. Evil, wicked, sinful, absent of light. Huh? It says, to strong indignation or anger. Who gonna rouse you up to strong indignation or anger? To cause, to start from a convert or lair. To pull up by main strength. Who gonna pull you up out of the bottom of civilization? To come out of a state of sleep, huh? Of unconsciousness, of inactivity, of apathy. Who gonna bring you up out of depression, it says, etc. To start up from a covert or lair, huh? To wake up. Who gonna wake you up, huh? Who gonna rouse you out? To awaken. To signal for arousing. See, Yahweh Ben Yahweh was the signal. And they knew that when Yahweh Ben Yahweh came as the Lion of the tribe of Judah, he was the signal. He was the sign.
If this man is prophesied to come back, what in the world do you think he's gonna do? Got to do the same thing, or he'll be another kind of man. They killed him the last time. And when he went to trial, you joined those who mocked him. You had a choice of taking a thief or take the one that was doing all these things for you. You joined the crowd last time and said crucify him. Oh yeah, you did it. You did it. You the descendants of those who did it. You did it. How many have been wanting to see him come back? What you gonna do this time? Crucify me again?
That's why I said one will come from the tribe of Judah. Who? Come from among these black people. These so-called Negroes. It's going to be one that come from among them, their descendants. The branch. So, this is so much information in here, brothers and sisters. The book say who was going to rouse you up? Pacify you, kindle you, inflame you, awaken you, fire, excite you, animate you, stimulate you, provoke you. I'm here to provoke you to get up and do something about your blackness. I'm here to make you get up and make you provoke keeping the day of Black History Month, and you celebrate your Judah's Month. Walking around as a lion, not couched down and sitting down and getting up, standing up for your rights and for our people. And stop killing and shooting each other. Putting each other on child support. Allowing them to come between the families. That's part of your Black history, brothers and sisters. They want to pacify you with this month by giving you a few little people who they say made a few little achievements. Well, we ain't satisfied with that because we were rulers. We chosen to be rulers. We are the creators and the builders of civilization. You want to give us one little month and say this is what we did and this is what we accomplished. Shame on you. Judah. Who gonna rouse you up? Who gonna awaken you up out of this sleep or this state of unconsciousness? Who gonna kindle the fire or the inflame or fire in you? Praise Yahweh. That's all I'm going to touch on right there for the word rouse, because that's why it's important to hit these words rouse, because it's a question. Who will rouse you up? Rouse who up? Judah. The so-called black man of America. Who going to agitate you? Who going to stimulate you? Who going to awaken you out of this state of sleep? You've been put to sleep. So, that was the last part of verse 9 in Genesis chapter 49, verse 9. Because Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. You are gone up. He stooped down. He couched down as a lion, as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up? Verse 10, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come. See, that's another problem. Your preacher, man, you don't know how to look at this and read these verses and interpret them and break them down for what they're saying. You got to understand what the scepter is. Scepter represents rulership, sovereignty, kingship, rulership. So the scepter shall not depart from Judah, because Judah was chosen to rule. Nor a lawgiver. Why? Because the Bible say Judah is my lawgiver. Judah is my lawgiver. From between his feet until Shiloh come. Now, Shiloh is another euphemism for the word Messiah. Until the Messiah come. That's why they put that there. The Messiah is a liberator. A juvenator. Someone that's going to rouse you up. Someone that's going to bring you back into the knowledge. Someone that's going to fight on your behalf. Daddy. That's what that is. So, as we look at I want to look up the word No, I take that back. But as it said, Judah, the lawgiver. Y'all need to understand what they saying. Because the tribe of Judah was chosen to be Yahweh's lawgiver, to be in charge of the law, bringing the law. Just like the judicial branch, the judicial branch. You see? And yes, excuse me, brothers and sisters. If you don't know what it means to be a lawgiver, that's why we in the conditions that we in, because we ain't been given no law. We ain't been putting our people up on the law. We ain't know we even had to follow a law. Remember, your enemies who taught you religion and gave you Christianity with that religion, you don't have to do no laws. It's done away with. That's why you can't be Judah the lawgiver. That's why he sent his son as the law, coming as the walking Torah, as the walking law of the tribe of Judah, to bring us back into the knowledge of the law. Let us go to Psalms 60. Because like I said, he says Judah is my lawgiver. Why would he say that? We should be able to go somewhere in the Bible and find where that can be traced back. And you can find that in Psalms 60 verse 7, like I said. Turn that with me for a minute. Psalm 60 verse 7. Because it's in the book. You just don't know where to look. Read. Galilee spoken. Galilee is mine, and Manasseh is mine. Ephraim also is the strength of mine head. Judah is my lawgiver. Judah is my lawgiver. Brothers and sisters. So, there you have it. Judah is my lawgiver. Over here in Genesis 49, you heard what it said. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. Shiloh, like I said, is another euphemism for the word Messiah. They ain't put his name there because you wasn't going to get his name until he come. It said, unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Praise Yahweh. So I just wanted to add on top of that foundation and start you out from the beginning before we go on this journey of discovering that you ain't black. You from a royal bloodline, from the tribe of Judah, of the king's seed, the royal seed. We are a royal people. Why you think they made the movie Coming to America? Huh? And what his daddy had on his shoulder? A lion, brothers and sisters. Y'all better wake up. Remember, you sleep. So somebody got to awaken you out of this sleep, make you conscious of they just flaunting this stuff around in your face because they know you sleep. They know you laying down and couch down. Only thing you see is BET, cars, rims, clothes, drugs. That's all. You only see what they show you in this realm. The stuff that your flesh crave for. Your flesh crave for this material stuff out here. You all into gadgets, your iPhone and technology and all this stuff. But see, Yahweh raising up his lawgivers to come bring you this truth. This how you know we here at the end is close, because we weren't supposed to know none of this until we get to the end. That's why he said, I declared your end from the beginning. Praise Yahweh. That's right. So you see that Judah has some enemies, brothers and sisters. And that's what we going at with the next part of this, about these enemies. Yes. But see, Judah in prophecy, what was going to happen to Judah, what Judah was going to have to go through as a people. Okay? Remember, Judah is the fourth tribe of Jacob or of Israel that make up the 12 tribes. He the fourth son. And 4 stands for foundation. Judah is known as the head of the tribes. And if the head of the tribes is asleep, the rest of the body will follow and be asleep. But boy, now that the head is awakened, the rest of the body is waking up. Praise Yahweh. So, yeah, we had some enemies, man. Let us go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 17. Deuteronomy 33, verse 7. Deuteronomy 33, verse 7. Deuteronomy 33, 7. Y'all all right? And this is the blessing of Judah. And he said, hear the Lord Yahweh, the voice of Yahweh, and bring him unto his people. Let his hands be sufficient for him, and be you a help to him from his enemies. Stop right there. Did y'all hear that? This Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 7. It said, and this is the blessing of Judah. And he said what? Hear Yahweh, the voice of Judah. Y'all ain't know Judah had a voice? I'm here to be a voice for Judah today. Yahweh ben Yahweh was the ultimate voice for Judah. That's the reason why I'm here speaking right now, with the knowledge of me being Judah. So hear the Lord Yahweh, the voice of Judah, and bring him unto his people. See, that's what we here to do. Bring him to his people. You are his people, so-called black man of America. That's why we bring this message to you about Judah, who Judah is. Bring him into his people, and let his hands be sufficient for him, and be you a help for him from his enemies. I told you Judah gonna have enemies, man, and that's why we as a people had to go through what we've been going through here in this land, in this country, and around the world as being black, labeled as black, walking around in a black lie, the world's best kept secret. Let you be a help from him from his enemies, the Bible say. From his enemies, the Bible say. Yeah, we had enemies, brothers and sisters. That ain't all. I'm going to show you what our enemies did to us so you can see if this happened to you today. This how you know you Judah. This how you going to know you Judah. Turn with me to Jeremiah chapter 13, 19. Let's get it. Jeremiah chapter 13, 19. Because I told you this war been going on forever. You thought because you came here to America and they hated you so much, and you never know why they hated you. You never know what you did to be hated. You see what I mean, brothers and sisters? Now you knowing. See, this lets you know without a shadow of a doubt that it has been a target from your head since the book of Genesis. It has been an ongoing battle and an ongoing fight. Jeremiah 13, 19. Y'all better buckle up your seatbelt. It's getting tight in here now. And don't be looking at me funny, because we don't sugarcoat nothing around here. And it is not time to seal up the words to this prophet. It's time to speak the truth. boldly. Jeremiah 13:19. Read, the cities of the south shall be shut up, and none shall open them. Judah shall be carried away captive, all of it. It shall be wholly carried away. See? Stop right there. So the book said right here, the cities of the south. You know that our people was pushed down south into the cities in the states. Everywhere you look around the country, within the cities, you will see that the cities of Judah is shut up. Shut up meaning ain't nobody trying to help or invest into these cities. They look run down, poverty stricken. The book says the cities of the south shall be shut up. Shut up mean no help can get in. Ain't no leaders gonna be able to come liberate you or get y'all up. Remember, y'all laying down, couch down, shut down. In a coma, unconscious, unaware, unawakened. Judah shall be carried away. It said, and none shall open them. Nobody ain't gonna come open the gates. Remember your gates language, they closed down. Ain't nobody gonna come open up your neighborhood and rebuild in your neighborhood, invest in your neighborhood, give funding to the homeless and try to make the neighborhoods up to par and decent like every other. They take the drugs out the neighborhood. They gonna be shut. Judah shall be carried away captive. What can anybody tell me what captive mean? Let us go look up the word captive. Because Judah shall be carried away captive. All of it. It should be carried away wholly. That means the whole tribe, everybody gone. Everybody getting on them ships. All of you. The whole tribe. Your mother, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your friend, your mama, your grandmama, your granddaddy. Everybody of the tribe is going into captivity, brothers and sisters. This is what you learning here in Black History Month. Remember? But see, this is Judah's History Month, where you learn that you was taken as a slave and bought here. But the Bible used the word captive. Because see, they like to water and sugarcoat things down. So instead of them using the word slavery, taken into slavery, they use the word taken into taken captive, captivity. Hey, I ain't making this stuff up. It's right here in the books. You just ain't know how to read. Remember, prior to coming here, you ain't know how to read. They knew you ain't know how to read. They knew that they can put words in a book and send an interpreter to read the book to you, and then they'll explain what they wanted you to explain. But see, Yahweh doing a new thing. He said he raising us up, taking 1 and 2 from a family to feed y'all with his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Praise Yahweh. Captive. Let's get this word captive. 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 And the definition of captive is a prisoner. That you was going, and Judah was going to be taken a prisoner. Hold up, stop right there. Don't y'all know these prisons are filled up with Judah? The so-called black man of America. We have the highest incarceration rate out of all ethnicity groups, brothers and sisters. We are the people who they like to take as captives and prisoners. Who is captivated or dominated, a slave. So we are the people that have been captivated and dominated by our enemies and reduced down to a slave. Praise Yahweh. So captive is a prisoner, a person who is captivated or dominated, a slave. What does it have? Someone that's made or held prisoner. A lot of my brothers and sisters out here been held as prisoners here in these modern day and times. But in the ancient days and times, they went and they captured our whole tribe and brought us here into captivity, here in the halves of North America. And they still doing it today symbolically by capturing you, locking you up, putting charges on you, and putting you in their jails and prisons. And then sending you out into the cities, into the county, to go work for free or a little of nothing. Free slave labor. As a slave, brothers and sisters. They call it the chain gang. It says in war, kept in confinement and restraint. See, we always have been a people that has been kept in confinement or some type of restraint. Hell, they restrained us to put us on the ship. They had to catch us first and restrain us and put us on the ship and then rule over us and make us their slaves. Managed as an affiliate of a corporation and operated almost exclusively for the use or the needs of the parent. So a captive is a slave. So we were taken into captivity, into slavery, all of it. Let us look up the word slave real quick. Because to be a captive is to be a slave. That's why he said, I am come, the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the good news unto the captives. Who are the captives? The slaves. That's what they don't want y'all to know. That's why they smoothed that out, because the message was for the slaves who were taken into captivity. Look, y'all, this Bible, they want you to not pick it up and comprehend it. I'm sorry, they're trying to deceive you again, because they knew one day we will wake up and find out. But before you can get into here and find it out, you will cast the Bible out of your sight. You will put this word behind you like it's void. Oh, that's the white man book. That ain't got nothing. That was back then in the past. That ain't got nothing to do with me today. Yes, it do. It got all to do with you today and your children. Slave. One who is the property of and wholly subjected to another. Remember, the book said we were wholly carried away, meaning we are wholly subject to another people. A bond servant. See? A bond servant. We are bond servant. You know, you got to get bonded out of jail because you're a servant, a bond servant. One entirely under the domination of some influence or person. See, we've been in the domination and the influence of the United States of America, our slave masters. Praise Yahweh. A mechanism under control of and repeating the actions of a similar mechanism. We've been under the control and under the mechanisms of slavery and oppression. To enslave. To connect like a slave. To enslave. To connect to slaves. So, yes, brothers and sisters, you've been enslaved. The whole tribe of Judah was enslaved, taken into captivity, brought here to the hells of North America, hitting up under the characteristics of Babylon. Carried away to Babylon. That's talking about America. Praise Yahweh. I hope you are being informed with this information. Praise Yahweh.